The best shots in the NBA follow a general formula. Through the constraints of their frame, they all contain a mix of historical significance, composition, and symbolism. Choosing the best NBA photos is ultimately a subjective endeavor. Since NBA action has largely ceased, it is time to reflect on the fantastic images provided by the league over the years. Good day, and welcome back to our channel. The strangest NBA photos you've ever seen will be discussed in this video. Everything will be revealed later, so before proceeding, please watch the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable new video notifications. So, let's get this started. Number 10. In Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Kawhi Leonard crouched while waiting for the shot to go in. The final shot of the Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, both of these teams' playoff lives were on the line. As he crouches on the baseline, Kawhi Leonard is tense with the anticipation, but he maintains a humble demeanor. He's just a man hoping for a lucky bounce from the basketball gods. The pause before this shot felt like an eternity. It's more than just a fantastic split-second captured at just the right moment. A miss right here could have set off a chain reaction in the NBA timeline. If it doesn't go in, the Philadelphia 76ers may be able to win this playoff series in overtime. If Toronto does not advance to the NBA Finals, who knows if Kevin Durant will not rush back after his team fell behind 3-1. As a result, if Kevin Durant enters free agency with an intact Ashles, his career is not jeopardized. Perhaps he doesn't team up with Kyrie Irving because he doesn't believe he is in good enough shape to take on the impossible task of winning a ring for the New York Knicks. Not only that, but a healthy Kevin Durant's decision may cause other top free agent dominoes to fall differently. The photograph depicts the fine line between what was and what could have been. Number 9. Kobe Bryant's dunk over Dwight Howard. In retrospect, this image became hilarious. Dwight Howard once said that Kobe Bryant's dunk was his welcome to the league moment as a rookie. Everyone knows that Howard and Bryant became teammates during the turbulent 2012-13 season. This photo has come to represent the two players' adversity as well as Bryant's sheer dominance in the mid-2000s. Dwight Howard is completely helpless in the situation. His arms were raised in a defensive stance, but the way he was knocked back suggests that he was completely destroyed. There have been many disrespectful dunks in the NBA history, but this is one of the best NBA photos ever taken. Number 8. Magic Johnson vs. Larry Bird for position. A photograph with a lot of symbolism. In the 1980s, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird ruled the NBA. The beginning of their rivalry in the early decades piqued the interest of a waning American public in professional basketball. The NBA was on the verge of extinction due to factors such as lack of televised games, finals were tape delayed, player drug use, and the formation of two separate leagues, NBA and ABA. Johnson and Bird's dynamic rivalry drew attention to televisions and butts and seats after the merger. The two Hall of Famers are looking up to grab a rebound, but it's reminiscent of an NBA Renaissance painting. Triangular composition was a technique used in paintings of the time, and both players' bodies form a triangle shape. They appear to be looking up towards their ultimate goal. Is it a championship? The title of greatest player of all time? Each player is impeding the other. There were other 1980s winners, but these two defined the decade. Number 7. Allen Iverson overtakes Tyronn Lue. With less than a minute remaining in overtime, Allen Iverson had the ball in the corner and Sixers were up 2 points. Despite how good Iverson was, Tyronn Lue was doing a good job defending him that night. As Iverson faced him, he swung the ball low, jabbing all over the place to throw Lue off. The Philadelphia 76ers weren't even supposed to be ahead of the heavily favored Los Angeles Lakers, who had just completed an undefeated conference run to reach the finals. Nonetheless, Iverson drained the corner three and made a point of stepping over Lue, who stumbled to the ground. One of the most amusing facts about Allen Iverson and Tyronn Lue is that they are still good friends today. Despite this, Lue's playing career will be remembered as the guy who Allen Iverson stepped over. In the more vertical frames of this photo, Allen Iverson looks like a cross between Goliath and God. It's up there with the most disrespectful images in NBA history. The photograph has long-lasting cultural significance. Aside from Iverson's status as an NBA cultural icon, the incident has come to symbolize one-party domination over another. Numerous memes have been created in which another person's face is pasted over Iverson's body as if he were the conqueror over whoever the victim is. One of the league's most daring moves by one of its most daring players. Number 6. Jerry West logo. This image may make the list because of its historical significance. This is the image that inspired the NBA's logo, thanks to branding visionary Alan Siegel. The Licensing Corporation of America tasked Siegel with creating a new logo for the NBA. He later went on to design the logo for Major League Basketball based on the NBA's design. It all started with a photo of Jerry West driving to the basket against the Portland Trail Blazers. Surprisingly, Jerry West believes the NBA should change his logo. This is primarily due to his modesty and dislike of drawing attention to himself. A change to the NBA logo would be monumental, but people are already so accustomed to it that it may not be necessary. Sorry, Mr. Clutch, but the logo is here to stay. Number 5. Shaquille O'Neal shows his son after alley-oop. The play before this was the decisive moment in the Lakers' Game 7 comeback victory over the Portland Trail Blazers in the Western Conference Finals in 2000. With less than 5 minutes remaining, Kobe Bryant, a widely accused ball hog, threw it up to Shaquille O'Neal for the alley-oop, putting the Lakers up by 6 points. This photograph is historically significant. The game-winning play also gave birth to a generation of Laker fans, including my 7-year-old self, who had just gained enough cognitive awareness to understand the stakes of NBA playoff basketball. It sparked the Lakers' three-peat dynasty when it appeared it would never begin. Following the lob, this photo was plastered on the front pages of the Los Angeles Times and every other national news outlet. It was recently revealed that the person O'Neal was pointing to in the stands was his son. Sharif O'Neal later got this moment tattooed on his calf. It's a touching story about a father and son who were instrumental in making NBA history. Number 4. Ray's three-pointer in Game 6. The Miami Heat were on the verge of disaster. The San Antonio Spurs led the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals Series 3-2. Kawhi Leonard missed a free throw minutes earlier that would have put the Spurs up by 4 with 20 seconds remaining. This moment gave us one of the most iconic sound clips in the last decade, in addition to being one of the most pivotal shots in league history. There are several angles to this shot, all of which can be argued for. In terms of composition, the diagonal angle at Ray Allen's back is the most appealing. It has dynamic classical art qualities in its triangle composition and expressive movements, similar to the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson photograph. The combination of historical significance, composition, and the mind-blowing nature of the moment makes it one of the greatest NBA photographs ever taken. Number 3. Michael Jordan's game-winning shot against the Jazz in Game 6. It's difficult to argue that this isn't the most iconic game-winning shot in NBA history. A game-winning goal to win the championship is the most dramatic moment in sports. This occurred during an elimination game of the NBA Finals by the game's most iconic player. One of the best parts of this photo is seeing the various Jazz fans' mouths drop open in horror as they realize what is about to happen. What happened after the ball went in should have been a fairy tale ending. Michael Jordan completed his second three-peat, finishing the NBA Finals with a perfect 6-of-6 record. However, it was not his final NBA game. He returned for an NBA comeback tour with the Washington Wizards that no one remembers. This image encapsulates what people want to remember about Michael Jordan's NBA career when debating his greatness. Your life is at stake. You must select one person to take one shot. Which one will it be? This is Exhibit A among countless NBA photos. Number 2. Michael Jordan's line dunk contest. The image captures Michael Jordan's jumping ability better than the video. He makes it look too easy on film. When he reaches the charity stripe, he simply activates the jets like a plane taking off. This 6 feet 6 inches man jumped 15 feet from the free throw line to the hoop. That is completely insane. Humans shouldn't be able to rise to such heights, but Jordan did. Here's a sports science segment on an average human attempting it for context. Dunks are a big part of why the NBA is so entertaining to watch. This image depicts one of the league's most iconic dunks by the league's most iconic player. It also represents the godlike regard we have for Michael Jordan. He was captured flying far above earthly planes, which left us speechless. Jordan excelled at it. Number 1. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James alley-oop. The incredibleness is self-evident. The lowered angle, the way LeBron James flies in the background, Dwayne Wade's dynamic body movement, the way he holds his arms as if to say, "Behold." All of this had to happen in the blink of an eye. Maury Gash, a photographer, was fortunate to be sitting at the baseline that day. This is unquestionably the greatest NBA images in history. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable all new video notifications. Until then, goodbye.